calls the move wholly untenable. This despite Rahul, Priyanka and Sonia in the past, quote-unquote, forgiving the killers of their loved one. Politics escalates over Kempegowda statue launch after Prime Minister hails contribution of Bengaluru's founder. Siddaramaiah attacks the Prime Minister, asks, does the BJP follow the values of Kempegowda?
यहाँ के लोगों को केम्पेगौड़ा जी की महान देन है। इस बसावट में उन्होंने जिन बारीकियों का ख्याल रखा है वो अद्भुत, अद्वितीय है।
Supreme Court extends protection of the alleged shivling in the Gyanvapi case. Protection of area to continue till further orders. Relief for actor Jacqueline Fernandez as court defers her bail order in 200 crore rupee extortion case linked to conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Interim bail continues for the actor. Final order on November the 15th. 3 arrested for murder of Punjab's sacrilege accused. Police claim 6 shooters were involved, out of which 3 are absconding. Cops say shooters linked to gangster Goldie Brown. If the old and the new can clash in one place today, it most probably will be the beautiful city of Bengaluru. This is a state that's headed into elections in just a few short months from now. But the ugly collision of ancient politics over Tipu Sultan and a spanking new airport on the outskirts of the city couldn't be a more jarring contrast. Politics has been played over Tipu Jayanti being celebrated by the AIMIM in the Idgah Maidan in Hubli. An old king who many in the current generation don't even recognize. The name doesn't seem familiar. A figure from India's past many centuries ago being invoked by vested interests to create politics and polarize the atmosphere in one of India's most progressive states. Because how else would a state have one of India's biggest and best airports coming up in that same place where Tipu Jayanti celebration politics is erupting in such a shameful way? That's one of the big contrasting images I wanted to put in your minds, viewer, before we get into our main story today. Tipu Sultan, brand new airport, a collision of the old and the new in one state that's going into elections. Meanwhile, staying with that airport itself, well, it's not all new, because on that airport's premises, a war has erupted over a statue that has been erected. Moments after Prime Minister Modi unveiled this 108-foot statue of the founder of Bengaluru, the old Vijayanagara chieftain Kempegowda. Political fireworks have exploded and they're still exploding. Former Chief Minister and Senior Congress leader Siddaramaiah targeted Modi and the BJP. In a series of tweets, Siddaramaiah has asked, is the BJP government in Karnataka a true follower of Kempegowda and his values? The face-off is only snowballing. Here's more.
Bengaluru on Friday got a new landmark, a 108-feet bronze statue of the city's founder, Nada Prabhu Kempegowda. The Statue of Prosperity is meant to honor the contributions of Kempegowda, who founded the city in the 16th century. PM Narendra Modi, unveiling the statue, assured that the BJP government would work towards ensuring Kempegowda's vision for the city.
यहाँ के लोगों को केम्पेगौड़ा जी की महान देन है। इस बसावट में उन्होंने जिन बारीकियों का ख्याल रखा है वो अद्भुत, अद्वितीय है। सदियों पहले उन्होंने बेंगलुरु के लोगों के लिए कॉमर्स, कल्चर और कन्वीनियंस की योजना तैयार कर दी थी। नाड़ प्रभु केम्पे गौड़ा जी का बेंगलुरु की संस्कृति को भी समृद्ध करने में अहम योगदान है। यहां का मशहूर गवि गंगाधरेश्वर मंदिर हो या बसवनगुड़ी इलाके के मंदिर, इनके जरिए केम्पे गौड़ा जी ने बेंगलुरु की सांस्कृतिक चेतना को हमेशा के लिए जीवंत बना दिया। बेंगलुरु शहर के लोग इस शहर की ऐसी बेमिसाल बसावट के लिए केम्पे गौड़ा जी के हमेशा आभारी रहेंगे।
Political fireworks exploded right after the statue was unveiled. Former CM Siddaramaiah targeted Modi in a series of tweets claiming the BJP is not a follower of Kempegowda's ideals. Siddaramaiah, staking claim to Kempegowda's legacy, said that it was the Congress that named the Bengaluru airport and a metro station after the city's founder. Ahead of the PM's visit, Karnataka Congress President D.K. Shivakumar had written to PM Modi alleging rampant corruption under the Basavaraj Bommai government.
A big corruption rampant is going on. Karnataka has become the most corrupt state. Unemployment problem has gone up very high. No employment facilities to the youngsters. So all these problems are there. So we have written a letter to him.
The Congress also accused the state BJP leaders of neglecting Kannada and promoting other languages. The opposition JDS questioned why the Bommai government had spent funds on this project instead of filling the city's killer potholes. The unveiling of the new terminal of the Bengaluru International Airport and the Kempegowda statue by Modi is being showcased as a mix of modern Bengaluru and Karnataka's glorious past. The ruling BJP hopes it can highlight its development mantra ahead of the assembly polls next year. Bureau Report, India Today.
So that one statue, and remember, this is not just about that statue of Kempegowda, it's about the election that's coming up. The conversation in Karnataka today swirls entirely around an election that is only a few short months away. And that's the reason why what we have today over this statue is a war for credit, a war for priorities, a war for legacy, a war for who did more to honor the name of Bengaluru's great founder, Narada Prabhu Kempegowda, is the big question that we're asking right now. And it's a question that the BJP and the Congress are asking each other as well. The reason we've decided to debate this today on 5 Live is because the Kempegowda statue, according to both political parties today, represents something bigger. Whether it is honoring the founder of Bengaluru, the Congress says we did it first. The BJP says, no, we are doing it the right way. As far as expenditure is concerned, the Congress says, where are your priorities? Have you learnt anything from the great Kempegowda? All of this is just cosmetic. So the crossfire is on over that towering figure of the great Kempegowda. Joining me live now from Bengaluru, Mohan Vishwa, spokesperson of the BJP, and Aishwarya Mahadev, Congress spokesperson. Thanks very much to both of you for your time and for joining me on this. Aishwarya, to you first. Multiple levels of discontent over this statue, one over the expenditure, 2 over credit, 3 over legacy, 4 over, certain Congress leaders not being, called for this. Why has it become such a tower of discontent, if I can call it that?
Shiv, I can't hear you very clearly. Can you repeat that? I can hear you a little better now.
Aishwarya, the question I'm asking you is, this particular tower of Kempegowda has become a kind of flashpoint, a center of politics. Not so much the airport, but this statue itself. Why? Would you encapsulate for us why the Congress is annoyed about the manner in which this statue has come about?
Shiv, I can't hear you.
Okay, we'll just try and fix that, Aishwarya, and come back to you in just a moment. Mohan Vishwa of the BJP, meanwhile, let me just go across to him while we fix Aishwarya's audio. Mohan, you've heard the many different things the Congress has had to say while the Prime Minister was in Bengaluru inaugurating the statue of Kempegowda. What is your response to them? they've attacked you on the issue of legacy, on the issue of propriety, on the issue of, spending this much money on a statue, on the issue of who really has honored the legacy of Kempegowda. How do you respond to that? Because this is a very emotive issue in Karnataka.
See, Shiv, this is nothing but as usual continued version of the filthy politics of Mr. Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivkumar. Whenever D.K. Shivkumar speaks about corruption, I will laughing around the floor because he's the guy who went to Tihar jail by looting, the crores of money, and ED has been investigated and he's under CBI, he's under IT. So he don't have any moral rights to speak against our corruption. And one more thing, I would like to mention over here, Shiv, is Bangalore, which is known as IT capital of the, one of the IT capital of the world, rather, I can say, rather than India, okay, which pays highest income tax, or rather highest GST, in addition to other cities like Mumbai, Delhi, or Chennai for that matter. That Bengaluru's founder is Mr. Kempegowda, who founded the city 500 years back. Because of his roots only today, Bangalore was able to grow to this extent and make a remarkable approach across the globe in the maps. If that is the case, can't we, being a government, should appreciate his fact and, make people who are entering Bangalore to feel the fact that he was the founder of such a beautiful city and he is the man behind such a flourishing city in the world. Yes, it's our duty. We have done it. And also, I would like to recall one more thing. Mr. Anant Kumar, who is no more today, who was Central Civil Aviation Minister then in Atalji's government, he was instrumental in bringing Kempegowda Airport to Bangalore. So he was the main person behind it. And he was the one who wanted to name airport as Kempegowda International Airport. Come on. What legacy Congress speaks today? For them, legacy means it's only Nehru legacy. They will feel very happy if they build, either Nehru statue or Sonia Gandhi statue or Indira Gandhi statue or Rajiv Gandhi statue. You take any scheme for that
Let's get Aishwarya to respond to that.
India or in the state government also, when they started a canteen, they would have named the canteen in the name of, Mr. Siddhaganga Shri, who was instrumental in spending lakhs of money and every day to the lakhs of students. Instead of that, what did they do? They named it as Indira Canteen. This is the kind of appeasement politics and legacy they have. If they feel that for them, the legacy means only Nehru family means, it's very unfortunate. They should understand the contribution of various leaders across the cities in India, and that's the kind of respect we are given to Mr. Kempegowda here. They don't have any moral right to speak on whatever we have done today to Mr. Kempegowda in the city.
Okay, I'm going to try and, fix that audio. Unfortunately, Aishwarya Mahadev's audio has sort of broken down and our technicians are trying to fix that. So we'll keep our viewers posted just a couple of minutes. But in the meanwhile, while we wait for Aishwarya to come, let me take you through the airport, the second terminal of the Kempegowda International Airport that the Prime Minister inaugurated today. Because today was not really about the statue. It was about something that is going to be of enormous benefit to the people of Bengaluru and people who are visiting Karnataka. The Prime Minister inaugurated this brand new, spanking new terminal of Bengaluru's International Airport. It's called T2. Of the international airport, and has incorporated the concept of a terminal in a garden, a first of its kind. Built at a cost of 5,000 crore rupees, the terminal is considered to be an architectural wonder. Here's why.
The IT city of India gets a massive facelift. The Kempegowda International Airport adds a swanky new terminal to its ranks. Built at a cost of 5,000 crore rupees, the new terminal is designed as a tribute to the garden city of Bengaluru. With sprawling green walls, hanging gardens and outdoor greens to give flyers the experience of walking in the garden. With the new terminal inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday, the passenger handling capacity of the airport as well as counters for check-in and immigration have doubled. The refurbished airport now has the ability to handle as many as 5 to 6 crore passengers annually. The airport has already set new benchmarks when it comes to sustainability with 100% green renewable energy across the campus. The main attraction of the new airport terminal is this brand new landmark, a 108 feet bronze statue of the city's founder, Kempegowda. The international airport too is named after the 16th century chieftain under the Vijayanagara Empire. The giant bronze statue of Nadaprabhu Kempegowda is dubbed the Statue of Prosperity and has been built at a cost of 85 crore rupees. This too was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi.
आज वहां जाकर लगा कि नया टर्मिनल तस्वीरों में जितना सुंदर दिख रहा है उससे भी ज्यादा भव्य है, आधुनिक है.
Kempegowda was regarded as one of the most educated and successful rulers of his time. It was he who fortified Bengaluru and developed it into a city in the 1530s. And today, the IT city has given its biggest tribute to the city's founder. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, we have Aishwarya Mahadev of the Congress back. Mohan Vishwa of the BJP continues to stay with us. Aishwarya, I hope you can hear me now. I don't know if you were able to hear Mohan Vishwa, but go ahead. He basically says that the Congress has nothing better to do than play politics over a Kempegowda statue, which should be welcomed unequivocally. Go ahead, Aishwarya.
Yeah, good evening, Shiv. I think it's very ironic that Mohan Vishwa wants to preach and sit on his high horse when we've seen the BJP do politics over the death of people and also the sort of politicization you're seeing in my state. The Congress party today wants to emphatically state that today, if Bangalore is or was Garden City and boasts of so much infrastructure, there is a lot of the, let's say, the innovation and also the efforts of the successive Congress governments. And you've seen the stability that our Congress government has given you. And if you look at the letter, Shiv, of what has happened today, one, let us remind the BJP that anything when it comes to Nadaprabhu Kempegowda, the initiative to rename landmarks or to rename things, whether the metro stations, even the bus stand, railway station rather, you see it was the Congress government that did it. But it cannot just be naming something. But I think the Congress government successively has stood for the rights of Kannadigas, whether it's voicing our opposition to IBPS, whether it's now opposing very strongly the fact that the language, that there's going to be a language barrier for Kannadigas when it comes to a lot of examinations, central examinations, and also the fact that Hindi imposition is a large issue. But when it comes down today, and if you look at the letter, my leadership has said something very simple. You're coming here today, your BJP government here is showing you one thing, but please actually go on the roads of Bangalore, please actually look at the crumbling infrastructure, and please answer the fact that the man who's the biggest proponent of na khaunga, na khane dunga, has a government that is openly mired in accusations of being a 40% sarkara. Not only from the Congress side, but also from contractors associations, religious mutts, hospital associations, and school associations themselves. This BJP government today may have shown Prime Minister Modi one part of Bangalore, and mind you, Shiv, the past 1 week, everybody's been gearing up, trying to fill up potholes for the same purpose. But once he's gone, I think it's business back to as usual, full of corruption and absolutely
so the allegation
no
is that this was two things that the Congress is saying, Mohan Vishwa, that you can respond to. A, that this was all cosmetic. The preparations for the city are all cosmetic because the rest of Bengaluru is in a mess. Potholes have been covered. But the more important one, which even Mr. Siddaramaiah said, is, you can inaugurate all the statues you want, but which is the BJP, does not represent the true virtues of Kempegowda. And Aishwarya just listed out some examples of why she thinks that is true. Go ahead and respond.
See, Shiva, this is the problem with Congress. They're still in the same old outdated syllabus song called 40% Commission. They're singing the same old song from past 3 to 4 months, which, they're not able to produce even a single basic evidence. Like as his leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi used to scream about Rafael and Pegasus, everything in the past. Same thing is happening here also. Come on, she has to understand and she should go and see that how potholes are being filled from past 1 or 2 months. And also how there is an issue of weather, which had an issue while filling the potholes. Say out of 31,000 potholes, there are 23,000 potholes which has been filled till now from past, 2 to 3 months. So that's the number which we have. She has to go around for a city round and she has to see what has happened from past 1 month. Okay, even during, the climatic situation of Bangalore. So that is one part. The second part is like, as you were mentioning, or as she was mentioning about the values of Kempegowda being followed by BJP. See, I would like to ask her, what values does Congress follow till now from Kempegowda, except for the following the values of, their old legacy leader, either Nehru or Indira Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi for that matter. I gave an example of Indira Canteen. Why there was a need to name that canteen as Indira Canteen? Come on, there is Mr. Siddhaganga Shri, who is instrumental in feeding lakhs together students every day for decades together. Instead of using his name for that, why did they use Indira Gandhi? It's just because there's petty politics and appeasement politics. So we have not done that. So we have taken the proper step, and we know who has contributed to a particular, the development or other things for that matter, and they have made it very clear. So we are not behind any petty politics, and we are not behind any appeasement politics like how they will do for Tipu Sultan. To take one more example, their own leader, Mr. Tanveer Seth, yesterday has mentioned that he's going to build 100 feet tall statue of Tipu Sultan in Mysore. What response they have? What is the contribution of Tipu Sultan to Mysore, or what is the contribution of Tipu Sultan to Bangalore, Karnataka for that matter?
Respond, Aishwarya.
Congress
Last word. Almost out of time, Aishwarya.
Go out of appeasement politics.
One second. Shiv, I think first and foremost, the fact that he says there were 30,000 potholes and we're filling it up now is shameful in itself because of the pride he takes in with it. And the fact of the matter is, even today, a family is written saying, give us mercy killing or euthanize us because the government is so corrupt, they're not giving us, the payment that was due. And it's a couple in Shimoga. You should follow on that. But when he talks about Tipu Sultan, it is shameful now that he comes out and talks this, because Jagdish Shettar back then, when he was chief minister, wrote a glorifying letter about who Tipu Sultan was. And let's keep the politics aside. If you look at a mere reading of history, which I think for the BJP is extremely hard to do, you remember the successive battles of sharing up Patna, and you also look at whether you like it or not, you cannot view Tipu from the prism of a religious angle, rather as a statesman. Because the minute you look at it religiously, you can see what the Maratha did to several parts of Karnataka states. There has to be a distinction there, and it is shameful that the BJP will foist this communal divisive bogey again, while they themselves, when they were power, even wrote a commemorative book about Tipu Sultan, Shiv. And I think it is absolutely shameful for Mohan Vishwa here, who has absolutely no knowledge of anything. And when he talks about Indira canteens, the Indira canteens fed the urban poor. What has the BJP government done? Forget it. You wanted to rename it, you could have renamed it. You didn't do that. You shut them down. And during COVID, you were taking payment and Aadhaar cards from people to even give them food when they were starving because you shut down everything. The BJP has no locus. They are absolutely a scam, have not stood for Kannadigas or Karnataka. And in 2023,
we're getting closer and closer to the election. I think, as much as India today continues to strive to keep the spotlight on the substantive issues, we are going to see more emotive issues fanned up and stirred up. The polarizing stuff in Karnataka, because that's really been the mood right from day one. And I mean literally day one, since December 31st, 2021 is when the hijab story broke, right here on India Today, and it's been non-stop polarizing headlines from the state of Karnataka. Only a few months to go. We'll have to see where the narrative actually goes. Thanks very much, Aishwarya and Mohan, for joining me here on India Today. Both our guests talked about the Tipu Sultan controversy, and they're not wrong. This big controversy that has brewed at Karnataka's Hubli. The Idgah Maidan turned into a political battlefield in Karnataka once again. A day after Asaduddin Owaisi's party celebrated Tipu Jayanti at that Maidan, the Sri Ram Sene celebrated Kanakadasa Jayanti at the Idgah Maidan. Before performing the puja, the leader of the Sri Ram Sene sprinkled Gaumutra at several spots in order to cleanse the ground after the Tipu Jayanti celebrations. That's how polarized, that's how vituperative things have become in Karnataka. Take a look.
It's polarization Nataka once again. The Idgah Maidan in Karnataka's Hubli is at the center of a new controversy. First, it was the Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations by the BJP and right-wing Hindu groups. Then came the Tipu Jayanti celebrations by Asaduddin Owaisi's MIM on Thursday. And on Friday, Sri Ramasene chief Pramod Mutalik sprinkled Gaumutra to clean the Idgah Maidan as the MIM has celebrated Tipu Jayanti there. slamming Owaisi's party, Mutalik said that Tipu Sultan was an anti-Hindu ruler and celebrating his Jayanti is wrong in all aspects.
टिप्पू जयंती करके अपवित्र किए थे, अशुद्ध किए थे, इसलिए हमने गोमूत्र यहाँ फैलाकर शुद्ध किए हैं.
Mutalik's remarks comes a day after he and other members of the Hindu right-wing organization were detained as they tried to disrupt the Tipu Jayanti event. Mutalik's Gaumutra stunt did not go down well with the MIM. The party netas slammed him for the political gimmick.
प्रमोद मुतालिक को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के बारे में पता नहीं है शायद. इस देश में सबको समान अधिकार है, लेकिन उन्होंने ये आज जिन्होंने काम किया है उसको हम खंडन करते हैं.
The BJP, without mincing any words, fired a salvo at Owaisi, calling Tipu a barbarian whose legacy is nothing but a blot in the history.
I don't know whether this is a precursor to communal rhetorical clash, as you call it, but the issue is that Tipu Jayanti is an affront to sensibilities of all Indians, including Muslims. His legacy is a blot. He's a barbarian who killed several thousand people, Hindus, Christians, Catholics, you name it.
The Congress and JDS have accused the Basavaraj Bommai government accusing of raising divisive communal issues.
These issues only to disturb those area people, not only disturb, but they wanted to create vote bank by raising all these issues. Other than that, they have no commitment to the society.
We want a secular fabric. Let Eidgah Maidan be restricted to Eidgah. We have a lot of places to celebrate Ganesha festival. So I think no other should not intervene with this. Government is not fair by involving with all this type of affairs.
MIM workers observed Tipu Jayanti at the Eidgah Maidan after the BJP-controlled Hubli Dharwad civic body gave the green signal. With assembly elections closing in, Savarkar and Tipu Sultan may prove fresh political flashpoints in Karnataka. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
And it actually began way back in 2015. Of course, the Tipu Sultan, the king, is nearly 300 years in Karnataka's past. But take a look at where things have escalated since November 2015, when Siddaramaiah criticized the BJP for declining an invitation to the Tipu Jayanti celebrations. March 2018, there was a big fight over Rahul Gandhi calling Tipu a symbol of communal harmony. Cut to May 2022, that's this year, Hindu groups sought permission to do a puja at Tipu's Jamia Masjid. July 2022, removal of content on Tipu Sultan from school curriculums in Karnataka. That's an ongoing issue. October 2022, last month, the Tipu Express between Bengaluru and Mysore was renamed as the Wadiyar Express. And finally, in November 2022, the AIMIM, Asaduddin Owaisi's party, celebrates Tipu Jayanti at the Eidgah Maidan. So the Tipu echo is very strong in Karnataka. In the 2018 election, when Yogi Adityanath had gone to Karnataka to campaign as well, there was a big Tipu versus Hanuman sort of narrative that had taken place at that point of time as well. We'll keep a track of this. We've got some breaking news coming. And news just coming in from Tamil Nadu. Very interesting images coming in of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin receiving Prime Minister Modi and very symbolically gifting him a set of novels, the Ponniyin Selvan novels. Remember, Ponniyin Selvan is, has just been made into a movie by Mani Ratnam. It's become a blockbuster. There was a lot of talk over how this movie for the first time did justice to the Chola Empire, and now very symbolically, M.K. Stalin gifting a set of the novels on which the film is actually based, giving a set of those novels, Ponniyin Selvan, to the Prime Minister. There's been a lot of talk over legacy, over Mughals versus the Cholas, etc. And in that light, these images are very, very likely to go viral all by themselves. The Prime Minister, remember, is on a big south trip from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu to elsewhere, all part of a stopover in different parts of southern India to inaugurate projects. The big one today was in Karnataka, of course, but he also addressed young Indians, school students in Tamil Nadu a short while ago, and now this meeting with M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Ponniyin Selvan, the new novels presented to the Prime Minister. And coming up next, Naya Malik means Naya Twitter, but it also means endless Naya confusion. Who's going to make sense of Elon Musk's new Twitter? What are the new rules? What do you need to do? How much are you going to have to pay? Do you stand to lose your blue tick? Could Twitter disappear altogether? Just some of the questions that many people are asking. We decode it on the other side.
The men and women who built Indian industry, and the young guns who are shaping tomorrow's India. From storied careers to unicorn dreams.
The equity market is a dynamic space that needs sharper insights and perfect timing.
What stock, what fund, what to pick and what to sell.
How do you make money on the markets? And what are the superior strategies for a winning portfolio?
Your questions answered by 30 years undisputed leadership.
Only with Business Today Television.
The Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the National Health Authority for providing a comprehensive medical package to transgender persons under the Ayushman Bharat PMJAY at the Dr. Ambedkar International Centre. This joint initiative is indeed the first of its kind in India and will not only give a new direction to our society but will also provide transgender persons rightful and a respectable place in our country. This medical package will provide a health card where they can avail more than 50 health facilities. Benefits will all be free of cost. What's also groundbreaking here is that India becomes the first country to provide free of cost cosmetic surgery for transgenders. So now a person belonging to the transgender society from any state or any part of India will be able to take advantage of this card in any hospital affiliated with Ayushman Bharat. In fact, the ministry is also set to fund 5 lakh rupees as insurance cover per transgender beneficiary per annum. And now, to make identification a lot more easier, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment is providing identity cards for transgenders if they register themselves at the central level. They're also going to get provisions of scholarship that's been made for them. Protection cells are also being set up and also skill development programs being done, all as part of this package.
In the latest in a spate of young people dying by heart attack for no apparent reason, actor Siddhant Veer Suryavanshi has passed away after a heart attack. He was a fitness freak. The TV star, who was 46 years old, collapsed while working out in his gym. It's being reported that he suffered a heart attack. The moment his fans heard the shocking news, they went to his social media handle and have been pouring out their condolence messages. Siddhant Veer Suryavanshi was a popular face in the world of television, working on many hit television shows across the board. He was 46 years old. He died while working out in the gym. He was a fitness freak and was apparently healthy in all respects. Quick word in from India Today's health editor, Sneha Mordani, who's with me from the newsroom. Sneha, this has become a very disturbingly familiar situation. Young people with no apparent health afflictions dying of heart attack, people with an affinity for fitness. We don't know whether this young man had COVID, but what are you hearing and what can you tell us? You've just done a show about this.
Yes, absolutely. Shiv, you're right. He was young and this is a silent killer. What we know is that COVID affects all cells of your body, and the heart is also untouched in that sense. And that's the reason why, Shiv, doctors have been saying that if you're young and if you've had an infection, then you certainly must go for all tests, including a treadmill test and a thorough body checkup before you go in for a strenuous exercise regime. Now, it can't be the same size fits all. You have to know what your capacity is and you have to consult a doctor before crossing the limits, because intense workouts really is not for everyone. The second thing, and I know I'm going to get a lot of brickbats for that, whether this is vaccine-induced heart ailment or not, this is a grey area and we don't know and we can't comment on it unless there is anything conclusive to establish that indeed approved vaccines, which were of course emergency approved vaccines, have got anything to do with the rising heart ailments. But also there are other factors as well. So preventive health checkups is important. Your lifestyle, if you're diabetic or if you have a history of heart ailments or if you have hypertension, certainly after the age of 40 you must go in for preventive heart checkups. And Health 360 is a show that Sneha does on the weekends. You can catch all of those details in much greater layers and information on that show. That's Health 360 on the weekend. Our deepest condolences to the family and friends of Siddhant. Following a chaotic takeover by billionaire Elon Musk, Twitter has been going through a lot of changes. The latest, where it introduced an official label or tick for select verified accounts. If you are one among millions of verified accounts around the world, then you've got concerns and a lot of confusion. It's led to a tsunami of spoof accounts. These new changes introduced by Elon's Twitter, which many critics had warned the new chief about. Twitter is hustling to deactivate these accounts, but it seems like an endless game now of cat and mouse. Take a look. Elon Musk's Twitter journey so far has been marked by one change after another that's only triggered endless confusion. And at the heart of this chaos is Twitter Blue. You'll have to shell out money now for Twitter Blue. And in India, Twitter Blue with a free verified badge is likely to cost 719 rupees per month.
But while Musk outlined that Twitter Blue will kill bots and spam accounts, it's actually led to a surge in fake verified handles in the United States.
India today has found numerous instances where fake and impersonating accounts are being verified for a fee, and now Twitter is working overtime in tackling this. Let us look at a few examples as to how these fake accounts get verified and the confusion that it has led to.
Eli Lilly and Company is a pharmaceutical firm that manufactures insulin. In one of the notorious incidents that transpired after Twitter Blue went live, another verified handle impersonated the official account to announce that insulin was now free. The original account had to come out with a statement to deny and apologize for the confusion and let users know about its official handle name. In another incident, an account impersonated the official Tesla account and offered free cash to buy cryptocurrency from Elon Musk. The users had to click on a link to participate. There were also several accounts impersonating Elon Musk himself. One of the funniest incidents was this discussion between two accounts impersonating George W. Bush and Tony Blair. The accounts were indulging in some humor, sharing sarcastic jibes on the ex-US President and the ex-UK Prime Minister. But jokes aside, this could lead to an uncontrollable spread of fake news and misinformation. So how do you differentiate between the real deal and the fake? Well, India Today tries to break it down for you. Twitter itself gives a way by which it still discriminates the mode of verification of handles. Upon visiting one's profile and clicking on the verified tick symbol next to the account name, we will get two separate descriptions differentiating between legacy verified and subscription-based verification. It's clear now that Twitter under Elon Musk is working on a trial and error method, and there are many loopholes in Twitter Blue that the team will have to plug, because this verification model seems to be a bigger fake news magnet than the OG. As of now, Elon Musk has said what doesn't work will be changed and what does work will be kept. That's the new Twitter under Elon Musk. Stay tuned, because many things will change literally on a daily basis. With Sai Kiran Kannan in Singapore and Akash Sharma in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today. So let's try and decode some of the basic questions that a lot of people are asking. We've just shown you how, opening the floodgates to a paid blue tick has led to an instant profusion of parody handles or impersonating handles that have caused a lot of trouble. The real handles have had to apologize. Many people have said, "Arey, this is not me." By the time people realize that these are fake accounts that have just paid that money and gotten that blue tick, the trouble is already done. But there are real concerns. A lot of people are laughing, but there are real, serious potential problems afoot under this new regime unless sense is made of it very quickly. Joining me live to make sense of this cold blue mess, as we're calling it, Siddharth Zarabi, Managing Editor of Business Today, Javed Anwar, Senior Associate Editor, and our in-house resident tech guru here at the India Today Group, and Barnik Chitran Maitra is Managing Partner, Arthur D. Little India. Welcome, gentlemen. Siddharth, I want to start with you. People have kind of lost track. People who've got a blue tick are wondering, ye kya ho raha hai? They're hearing about having to pay for a blue tick. Then they're hearing about something called Twitter Blue. Then they're being told, no, it's not the same thing. The badge will be something that you will get automatically if you become a subscriber to Twitter Blue. Can you just simplify it with some basic pointers on what Elon Musk is trying to do here?
Shiv, I don't know even if he fully understands what he's trying to do. Remember, this was an acquisition that he wanted to walk away from till the threat of court action actually brought him back to the table, and $1 billion loss if he would not have acquired it. What is he doing? In the simplest of terms, there are two things. One, there is no verification process that is currently available at Twitter. Remember, the earlier blue tick was basically the culmination of a verification process. However opaque and difficult it must have been. I think the closest parallel that I can draw with this blue tick on open sale is the manner in which guns are sold in the United States of America, which is Twitter's largest market. And what is behind this madness of bringing the credibility of Twitter as the world's largest microblogging news platform is the desire to drive growth. And just one number quickly, Shiv. In all of this madness, what seems to be happening is that Twitter is reporting the highest daily average users in monetizable basis, and that perhaps may make sense financially, because remember, otherwise Elon is in a $44 billion hole that he has dug for himself.
Yeah.
So instead of going to Mars, he might well go under terra firma.
That's really scary. And, you know, what hangs in the balance is millions of Twitter users, you know, whose everyday life depends on consuming and putting stuff on Twitter. Javed, to you next. You know, if a person has a blue tick, I have a blue tick, I know Siddharth has one, I'm assuming Javed also has a blue tick. What do people with blue ticks do now? What is the to-do list? What do we need to look out for? Apart from having to pay for that blue tick, what else do we need to do? Give me like a breakdown.
So for now, people who already have blue tick, like you or Siddharth, the only thing that they can do is wait and watch. Because I mean, they can subscribe to blue tick like the way Elon Musk did, and then once he subscribed to blue tick, his previous blue tick was replaced by the new blue tick. So if you go to Elon Musk's profile and click on his blue tick, it will tell you that this person bought the check mark. Whereas earlier it was telling people that this person is of some worth, and there was a verification done, and then this person acquired a blue tick. So my suggestion is, if you already have a blue tick, just wait and watch. But what is going to happen in a couple of months is that Elon Musk has very clearly said that all blue tick holders, they will have to pay $8. Or in India, the price is going to be $7.19. Yeah. And if they don't pay it, then their blue ticks will vanish. They will go away. So, so I have a feeling that for at least a couple of months, everybody's blue ticks are safe.
Right.
But after that, only the people who are paying for Twitter Blue, they will have the badge. Nobody else will have it.
Very, very interesting. So, you know, when our resident tech wizard says wait and watch, that's a little scary for most of us who don't understand how things are actually going. Barnik, to you, do you think this entire chaos is going to settle down soon? Because many people believe, Elon Musk is a, part businessman, part entertainer. He has a very Trump-like quality about the way he is. Kuch bhi bol deta hai, kuch bhi kar deta hai. So everyone is a little nervous right now. Barnik.
No, I don't think any of this uncertainty and tactics will stop. I think there has been over the last 72, 96 hours a grey tick which came, then the grey tick went away, then it got added back, it came. So I think this drama is going to continue. I think wait and watch is the approach. I think everything will change. Terms of condition will change. Pricing will change. And Elon is following classic Silicon Valley mindset of let's test everything, and whatever will stick, we will use, and whatever doesn't stick, we will throw. So expect some entertainment and expect some more uncertainty as we move forward. But again, there may be some method in the madness. Yeah, sorry.
Does this run the risk of changing the quality of Twitter completely, in your view, Barnik? Because everything that is happening right now, it is having an impact on how people are viewing the platform.
Yeah, I think there is, again, I'm probably attributing some method to the madness. But you have to remember that even before Elon took over, Twitter was in decline. If you look at the Reuters story from nearly a year back, the heavy tweeters, the people who use Twitter every day of the week, post 3-4 times, have been dropping off. And the celebrity watchers and the sports watchers have migrated to other platforms like TikTok and Instagram. And Twitter today accounts for less than 0.7% of the global digital ad revenues. So the relevance and significance of Twitter has anyway been dwindling. Now, if you look at the only baby left for Twitter is the advertisement revenues. And if you do not have brand visibility on Twitter, advertisers stop spending. I think the only positive thing which is going on is at least there is some action on Twitter So today, if you're a brand, right, at least there is some engagement with the audience and there is a reason for you to go to Twitter. So again, while there are risks of advertisers getting put off by what's going to happen, advertisers getting put off by all the comedy going on, the threats of racism and radicalism being instituted on the portal. But this is what advertisers want, right? They want an engaged audience. They want people who are fighting, who are arguing comedy of errors. So I think it will change the nature of Twitter. Probably it will make it a little bit more interesting for advertisers because the current shape and trajectory of Twitter was headed nowhere.
Let's really hope that the general complexion of Twitter doesn't change completely. There are many things that are bad about Twitter, but most people are completely used to the way Twitter was and are going to be very resistant to too many big structural changes. But since the in-house experts have said, wait and watch, that's precisely what we will do, and that's what our viewers will do as well. Siddharth, Barnik and Javed, thank you so much for joining me on this quick chat where we like to tell our viewers what we think about a story that is in motion, and we will continue to do so. It's a wrap on 5 Live. Thanks so much for watching. 6 p.m. Prime with Akshita comes up next. The killers of Rajiv Gandhi, all 6 convicts in that assassination case, have been given early release by the Supreme Court. It has sparked a huge bombshell of politics. India Today, also the first channel to speak to the most prominent among those who was released, Nalini. That's coming up next with Akshita.
Bengaluru is all set to get a swanky new airport terminal. Tehe, iconic Terminal 2 at the Kempegowda International Airport. But a legacy war has now erupted over the Kempegowda statue that will be unveiled at the terminal by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, with the Congress even claiming that government funds have been misused for the 108 feet bronze statue of the city's founder.
More than 2,000 acres for commercial exploitation. Airport would have built it. Why you needed government money? Why is the Chief Secretary sitting quiet? Who is the Airport Authority Chairman? It is the Karnataka government. We are the chairman, we are running the show. They would have built it. Why you took? There was no need.
The opposition further questioned the need for the new terminal, questioning why the Bommai government has spent funds on this project instead of filling the city's killer potholes.
To invite Narendra Modi ji, this government, surprisingly, they started to fill up the potholes. From last 1.5 months, several people, they have died. At that time, there is no seriousness in the government.
Built at a cost of rupees 5,000 crore, the new terminal has been designed as a tribute to the garden city of Bengaluru. With sprawling green walls, hanging gardens and outdoor greens to enable flyers the experience of walking in the garden. With the inauguration of Terminal 2 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the passenger handling capacity of Kia as well as counters for check-in and immigration will double, enabling the refurbished airport to handle as many as crore passengers annually. The airport has already set benchmarks when it comes to sustainability with 100% green renewable energy across the campus. The main attraction of the new airport terminal will be this brand new landmark.
A big pressure game and KL Rahul walked back without much under his belt. Just 5 to be exact.
And England have drawn first blood.
Virat Kohli resumed his love affair at Adelaide with an expansive drive over the extra cover fence.
Fractionally pitched up and he hit it on the up.
Rohit Sharma also tried his luck, got a few boundaries, missed a few before finally his 28-ball struggle came to an end when the Indian skipper was caught at wide long on by Sam Curran for 27. With India 62 for 2 at the halfway mark.
Made it up quite comfortably.
It was now once again left to Virat and the informed Suryakumar Yadav, and the latter began well with some of his trademark strokes. But thousands of hearts gathered at the Adelaide Oval sank when Adil Rashid forced Suryakumar Yadav to miscue one and England had got the big one.
Picks up the wicket of Suryakumar Yadav and you can see why England are celebrating here.
Hardik Pandya sends the urgency and upped the tempo with a few sixes that got India to push the run rate. At the other end, Virat got to his 4th half-century of this tournament, but the very next ball, he was gone.
And Kohli.
Hardik Pandya turned things around for India with a 33-ball 63 to help India get to a score of 168 for 6.
Spins running. Worry about Pandya's hitting.
While the Indian batters struggled at the start, the English openers found no such demons on the wicket. It was business as usual for Buttler and Alex Hales as boundaries began to come thick and fast and England had raced to 63 in the power play. Hales was particularly more severe and latched onto any opportunity that came his way, racing to his 50 of just 28 balls. England finished off the formalities with India's hopes of winning their first ICC trophy in 9 years going up in smoke.
Real hammering here.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Only OLX Autos gives the best price for your car. Co-powered by Buy, Sell, Rent on 99acres.com. In association with LIC, हर पल आपके साथ. LG OLED, the one and only. Smart Bazaar, India's new Bachat Bazaar. Mutual funds, sahi hai.